Whoa, what's up guys, it's Gauze, and today we're going to look at a skeleton spawner actually, but right now, look at this little boy. Look at him. Aw, cute. Okay, so how to farm a skeleton spawner. So first step, find a skeleton spawner. Now, skeleton spawners spawn deep in your world in caves. It's really easy to find them when they're connected to something. This one actually was connected to a mine shaft. That's what these things are called. A mine shaft. Yeah, so first step, find your skeleton spawner, look at the loot, and then let's get started. Okay, so step 1, that's done. I found the skeleton spawner. Step 2, you're going to go ahead and want to build out. Dig out, not build. So how I do these farms is I want to build out in a 4 block radius around this thing. So you end up with a 9 by 9 square at the end. So what you're going to want to do is dig out 4 in this direction, 4 in this direction, and then 4 in these other 2 directions. Like that. And the top, honestly, you can leave it 3. The bottom, we will change to 3 as well. So I've got a little bit of digging to do. I'll be right back. Also, while you're digging this out, you're going to want to make sure that you place torches all around you, or else you're going to start getting harassed by lots and lots of skeletons. They're basically just going to swarm you. So yeah, make sure as you're breaking the walls and building out this little area. Oops, I'm so sorry. Building out this little area, you need to place oh my god! You need to place torches. And so sorry, the bat keeps getting in my way. You need to place torches so that the skeletons don't get around you and just like start shooting you, because it would be dangerous if that happened. Okay, so I dug my hole out. I've got a 9 by 9 area with 3 spaces on the top and 3 spaces below, all dug out. Now just to clarify, you don't really have to do 3 and 3 on the top. It doesn't really matter all that much, but you should at least do 2 and 2. And we have a friend. This is the guy I think I've punched a few times, but he's apparently just chilling out while we make this farm. Okay, so what are we gonna get from the farm, and what do we need to make the farm? So I kind of jumped right into it. I got a little bit excited. So this is what you're gonna need to make the farm. You will need some sort of tools to dig out the area, probably a sword to defend yourself from the skeletons, some torches because it is gonna get dark, and you want to make sure that they're not spawning all around you. You're also going to need a lot of water, 1 block of soul sand, about 30 signs, and then maybe some building blocks if you need to fill in the area around it, or maybe just make your farm look better if you want to look into it. Now the kelp you will also kind of need if you want to do this. So we're going to make a bubble column, and the kelp will help us make source blocks, but you don't actually have to have the kelp. You could just use water buckets. Now as far as what we're going to get from the farm, you're going to get bones, arrows, bows, and armor. So if you want any of this stuff, you really should build a farm. Skeleton farms, in my opinion, are one of the best grinder farms that you can make because bones are really, really useful. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, once you've dug out your entire farm, you're going to want to move to one side that you're going to want to push all your skeletons to. We're going to be moving the skeletons with water, so honestly, it doesn't really matter what side you choose. Maybe choose the side that's close to your base or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But once you choose that side, I'm going to pick this side over here. You want to dig down 1 block all the way through. And then once you're done with that, you're going to want to go ahead and place some water around the back side of this box that you've made. So the water's going to push every single mob that falls in here all the way down to, I missed a block, all the way down to the trench that we just dug. Okay, so once you've done this one trench and put your water in, maybe you want to block that off in case it's going to be annoying while you're making the farm. You want to go ahead and dig down a little bit more in this trench. So I'm going to pick these 4 blocks. It doesn't really honestly matter. You just want this water that we're going to place back here to be able to reach a little bit farther here. Once you've done that, you might want to dig out. Once you've done that, you probably want to dig out a little bit of space like I have here. This is where we're going to funnel them to go up into the bubble column. The skeletons will all get pushed to this side, fall down into this water stream, and then they'll go into this corner right here. Okay, so once you dug out that little trench, what you're going to want to do is pick 2 sides that you're going to want to pull them up in the water column. So we're going to have one with a bunch of signs that holds back the water, and one with the bubble column with the soul sand. So this very last block, you're going to want to choose to put the soul sand on. So that's what's going to raise all of our skeletons up. Now once you do that, you're going to want to put a sign there, and then signs going all the way up 24 blocks up. Mobs will die once they land on their 25th block, so we're going to land them all the way up 24 blocks, and then drop them back down. Now it really sort of depends on where you're going to put this farm to be like taking them out. You could put it closer up to the surface, which in that case you need to dig out farther to pull them up. But if you're just going to bring them right back down to this level, then just dig up 24 blocks, that'll be fine. But on this column you want to place signs all the way up here, because eventually we're going to have water on the block right next to it. That's going to be the bubble column. Once you get all the way up, you don't really have to put a sign on the very top block. That's what your top will be, and there won't be really any water right here on this block. But once you get all the way up there, you're going to go ahead and dig all the way down on that block that you placed the soul sand below. Oops, I broke it. So now this is the part where you might want the kelp. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to place water at this very top block right here. So this water is what's going to turn into the bubble column. Now you can use kelp, in case you didn't know this, to create water sources. Bubble columns will only work if you have a water source on all of the water. So that's what I'm going to do. And now these should all be water sources, and I should be able to float right back right up it. Yep, that's what's going to happen. So like I said, you don't really have to put that one right there, as you see now. So next you're going to want to dig out a little column to move them. I mean, you don't really have to move them far. Honestly, you could just go right here and drop them right there. But I'm going to pull them, let's say, 2 blocks over. So once you decide where you're going to drop them, so 2 blocks over, you want to make your room below here, place a sign right where you want to drop them, and then dig down 24 blocks. If you run into any cave systems while you're in here, wow, that's weird, then go ahead and block them off. It doesn't really need them there. The skeletons might fall in them, and that's not what you want. So once you dig out that entire area, you're going to want to go ahead and place blocks all around this thing, just so that they don't go in there. Make sure they can fall all the way there. So this is where the skeleton's going to fall, and that's where we'll take them out. There are no baby skeleton variants, so you don't really have to worry about putting a slab there. 1 block will do, they won't be able to get out. If you take a look back up here, where your farm is, where the bubble column is rather, you want to make sure that this water flows all the way over to this block. So it's going to flow, they're going to fall, and then they'll take a bunch of damage. But that's pretty much it for the farm, honestly. You want to make sure that there's no light in here when you do it, so that the skeletons will actually start spawning. So I'm going to go ahead and turn mine to normal mode. Also, make sure you guys put a slab on top of here, so that there aren't just skeletons spawning on and idling up here. So the skeletons are going to, as you can see, they're going to move. They're going to fall into this bubble column, and then they'll fall all the way down eventually if they just stand there forever. And then they should be brought down to a 1-hit kill. Yeah. Okay, some of mine were dying, so I moved up a level. If that does happen with you guys, just move them up a little bit of a level, and yeah, I don't know, maybe dig it only to 23 if you're not making it right now. But you want to be able to kill them so you can get the experience from them, and then also use a looting to get more items from them. See, look, we're getting some stuff. But about the spawner farm. So spawners have a 16 block radius. If you are in 16 blocks worth of the spawner, it will be active. I'm in spectator mode, so it's not going to be active for me right now. But you want to make your little place where you're taking them out within 16 blocks, because while you're taking them out, you kind of want this thing to be active so that it keeps spawning and keep coming. So make sure that you don't make this thing super far away from the spawner. But honestly, that's about it for these farms. They're pretty simple. It's just a bubble column, and then you drop them down so you can kill them in 1 hit. I mean, you don't really need a sword for it, but eventually you probably want to use looting on it. So that's pretty much the whole farm. Don't really mean to make it seem so simple, but yeah, make sure that you have a bunch of signs, a bunch of water. Kelp would help, but you don't actually have to have it. You could just use water buckets. And then, I mean, besides that, it's pretty simple. Don't get killed by the skeletons. I know they're really annoying. But that's pretty much it for the farm. If you guys like it, make sure to leave a like. And if you guys want to see more of these types of videos, make sure to, let me know, or drop a feedback, comments, whatever, all that good stuff. But that's it for now. My name is Gaz. I hope you guys learned something, and go have a good day. Yep. Oh, and George is still chilling here. He's best friends with them. He doesn't want to come see me anymore. He honestly just lives here under the spawner now. But yep, go have a good day. Bye.